I wanted to share this with you. I was hurt. Smoking, the drinking, the partying. I was hurt. And for me to come to say that to y'all, that takes a strong mentality, you know? Strong heart. I wanted to push this to y'all because I was hurt. I went to the parties, I was having fun. But you know what? That's because I was hurt inside. And I was hurt with who I was being. So I was masking it with the smoke and the weed. And I was masking it with the drinking and going to a party to be able to have fun. You know, I was masking all that. And I wasn't being my full true form of myself. I wasn't looking at my goals and looking at my life, and I was hurt and indented by so many other things in my life, and it's hard to realize, it's hard to understand how you could be hurt, what you could be hurt on, and what could have really scarred you as growing up, and what could have scarred you from any moment in your life. It could have been something that happened with your parents. It could have been something that happened with anyone in your family. It could have been something outside of that. It could have been something at school. It could have just been anything that really could have scarred you and made you at a young age start to build a wall for emotions. And that's what a lot of us don't understand. And that's why a lot of us cope with weed, and that's why a lot of us cope with drinking and hanging out with friends all the time, because that's what makes us feel good. And that's what we end up loving, and we end up pushing our emotions to the side, and we end up stop caring about our passion and all that, because the weed and the partying and the drinking is what's making you happy. It's what you're enjoying. It's what's hiding that wall that you built to hide your emotions of whatever hurt you. And it's hard to see that. But I ended up seeing that. I stopped smoking everything, anything. I haven't drank, and I quit drinking, I quit smoking. And I don't see any of that back in my life. I did it for so long. And there really was there's no benefit from it. Now you could say I'm boring, and you could say I'm not fun. And I do not care. Because you know what? I know I'm both of those, but it's your way of seeing it to see on if I am boring, because I know I'm fun and I'm beautiful, and I let all that stuff destroy me for 9 years, 10 years. I started young, I hung out with the wrong crowds, and even when I was with the good crowd, us and that crowd, we ended up hanging out around the wrong crowds. And now everything's always beautiful, you know? That's why every day I wish y'all well, and I wish you prosper and you grow in your life. Because it's about that time. Now, for all y'all that drink or smoke, I'm not saying to quit it right away. But what I'm saying is, that shouldn't be your daily thing, your go-to every day, all weekend. That shouldn't be your go-to to have fun. That shouldn't be your go-to to have a relationship. Honestly, you should really take a look at yourself and changing. It really is hard to understand that, especially if you are hurt inside and you've been doing it for so many years to cope with whatever stress you're holding. But there's so many other ways, and honestly, working out is my way of stress cope and coping with my emotions and who I am and what I've been through and the stress, and that takes away all of it. That's such a big thing, man. What you eat is what you are too. So if you're eating meat that's stressed, like animals are stressed while they're being whatever, they're tortured, think about that. You're putting that in your body, and you're only eating tortured, stressed meat. Now that's gonna make you who you are. And you need to start to realize that, and you need to get onto that. I'm not saying don't quit meat. I'm just saying watch where you get your stuff from. Watch who you hang around. Watch what, like, what's your reasoning on drinking and smoking? Is it because you have fun? Is it because when you do either or, that you forget about the world and you're in that happy state of mind? It's a big thing. But me stopping smoking and drinking, I cleared up a lot of toxic in my life. I cleaned out my body, my mind, my heart. And I'm moving on the right path. I'm moving on the straight path. I'm moving forward. And ever since, it's been growing. And the day I hit a year with both of them, I will make a video on this. And I'm gonna be like, hey, you remember that video I made? Well, I hope y'all are taking steps. You should be able to take a step. It's not hard at all. If I could do it, that should be a piece of cake to you. That should be the easiest thing you could do. Coming from my family, if my family fights addiction with smoking or drinking or drugs, my family is all part of that. And you know what? If I'm able to break through that and not care and not have an addiction and say I could quit cold turkey, and I quit cold turkey anytime I want to, there's no excuse for you to do it. All you have to do is want to do it and think about, I need to do this. And if you do both of those and you want to do it, you will do it. And you will not look back, because you see the change, you see you're prospering, and you see the growth, and you see the change. Definitely look into it. Maybe even cut back. I'm not even gonna say maybe to cut back. That's slacking, and that's me saying it's okay. Quit it, stop it, move on. Find something else to cope with your stress. Find something else to cope with your emotions and grow up. That's what we're here learning in life. That's what I learned. All right. That is what I learned. See, I can't even hold my phone up for that long on each arm. Arms is hurting. But have an amazing week. I'm going to eat. I'm walking home from the park. And take a look into that. Why are you smoking and drinking? Why is that? I was hurt. And I was hurt for a while. Key word was. And it came to my head last week. I'm better than that. I grew. I changed. I stopped so many things that weren't good for me. I cut toxic out of my life. And that's the truth, and that's the facts, and that's all I do on this channel is spit that. It's Talk Frenchie. I hope y'all are having an amazing week. I hope the weekend went good. 2 videos a day, baby. And if you got to like this, if you got to watch this, go down in the comment section and say, I got through. That's all you gotta say is, I got through. Keep your head up. Peace.